Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Sean Carlson. I'm a freelance artist from Brooklyn, New York who paints all things nerd. So a while back I saw this mural by a really cool artist, Jeremy Raymer, I believe I'm pronouncing that right. But very cool mural where it was a shot of Magneto, and I thought just the cropping of it, the super close-up of just his face and the long extended out arm, I thought was really cool compositionally, and I thought would work really well for a shot of Iron Man, who obviously I'm a fan of, with his arm extended out, shooting, the repulsor rays. I really love working with, uniquely sized and proportioned paintings. As soon as you break out of the standard, 11 by 17 or 18 by 24, the standard dimensions of a painting, as soon as you break out of that, the piece becomes instantly unique and different. So to that end, what is more unique and different than a skate deck? So believe it or not, this is actually going to be my second piece on a skate deck. The first one I did was a vertical one of a figure flying upward in my signature sort of splatter style. Going to be going a different approach with this one, no splatter effect, but going to be trying something definitely new out of my wheelhouse, more of a painterly style and a wider color range than I'm used to working with. So I've got my sketch here already worked out. I did this on the road a while back when I was at a convention, during and a little bit after the show. I'm going to be using like a carbon copy transfer paper to trace this onto the skate deck, and from there we can get painting. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are so far. Got my sketch here transferred onto the skate deck so I can actually start painting now. I'll give you a closer look at that. I'm always a fan of the way these things look at this stage. It's just such a clean outline that always looks very cool, and I always feel like when it's time to go in with the actual painting, I'm just gonna mess it up. For those wondering how exactly I got this from here to here, so as I said, got my sketch here all worked out, laid this over the blank skate deck, and then what I take is, this is essentially called transfer paper, and basically it works the same way as like a carbon copy on the back of a check. So you take this side, which is coated in white graphite. As I go around and trace all my lines, the pressure from the pencil going onto these lines presses the graphite on this side of the transfer paper down onto the skate deck, giving us the final drawings. Now time to get to the actual painting. I'm going to be doing a base layer down of just, the basic colors, reds and yellows, getting a little bit of shading going in just to, like I said, give myself a underpainting for the later details to then sit on top of. Alright, here we are, I forgot to shut off my music. Okay, here we are so far, got the underpainting all laid down and finished. I'll give you a closer look at that right now. Did the underpainting in much more of, my traditional style, smooth blending, and nice gradations, light to dark. But going forward with this piece, I want to get a little experimental, try something new, try to not be so finicky in particular with, you know, again, how smoothly I transition my shading. I want to get a little bit more what we call painterly with it, and what that means is just that you can see a little bit more of the brush strokes, a little bit more of the texture, a little bit more of the artist's hand in the work. And it's a very cool look because it's got a lot more energy and a lot more variation of color, and something that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, but I've always wanted to try. So let's keep going and see how it comes out. Alright, so here we are so far. Got pretty much all the final details laid in. I'm done with the, you know, traditional paint to canvas, or paint to skate deck in this case. But first, got a few little details I still want to throw in this thing to really make it sing. And for that, we're going to be using the airbrush. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and there we have it. The finished Iron Man on a skate deck painting. Really had a good time painting, you know, a superhero on such a unusual kind of surface. As you can probably tell from a lot of the other art on this channel, that I really like the, you know, unusually sized and proportioned canvases. So the, you know, long horizontal, the curved edges and all that made for something, you know, really different that I really enjoyed. As I said earlier, I was going for a little bit of a different style for this piece, something a little bit more loose and painterly, kind of different from my natural tendencies of, you know, refining everything to absolute perfection. Looking at it now, you know, now that it's finished, I think in a lot of ways I've sort of reverted back to my natural tendencies, but there are certain spots here and there where I think I kind of broke out of my shell and tried something new, so I consider that a win. One great thing I also really liked is the fact that, you know, this slick surface on the deck really takes the varnish and the paint well. Once I put this final coat of varnish on it, it's really got a great shine, really deep blacks and nice highlights and a really slick, glossy surface, which is really cool. And if you agree and you think the painting and the video came out cool, feel free to let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff really helps out in the algorithm. Or at least that's what I hear other people on other videos say. To be honest, I don't know how the hell any of this shit works. And also, if you like the art, feel free to pick up a print or even the original if you're so inclined. Link to both my website and my Etsy shop, as always, down in the description. And until then, see you in the next one.